Hey, what's up, guys? This is I'm in a Wheelchair on YouTube, and today we are going to be discussing on Halo HQ. What do I want to see revealed at E3 this year for Halo? Um, so for those that don't know and that are new to the series, I am playing Halo 3 with my good buddy Ultimate Lego Junkie, aka Donovan, my one of my best friends. I say one of the best because I have multiple best friends. I don't really have one in particular. That's just the way I roll. Get it, roll. Anyway, so one thing that you're seeing right now is dual wielding with the SMGs. Um, they weren't featured in Halo 4. Sadly, the SMG wasn't even in Halo 4. Um, which is sad. But here's one thing I want to discuss is what I want to see in the next Halo brought back. Obviously, dual wield SMGs, because I mean, look at this gloriousness. I mean, I'm not shooting right now at the moment, but you saw, like it's glorious. The SMGs were very well balanced, and you had to, you know, control them, accordingly because they would jump up, after firing them for so long. So they had a little bit of a, balancing kick to it, so you wouldn't just be like, and gunning people down like crazy. Um, so there is a little bit of skill, not really, but I digress. So the other things I want to see is, honestly, so dual wielding of all sorts, not just dual wielding SMGs. Um, I'd like to see more new weapons, obviously, and new dual wieldable weapons. Stuff like that. You know, I'd like to see scarabs come back. Um, in their full gloriousness. Pretty sure they weren't in 4. Oh wait, they were in 4, but I think they were just in Spartan Ops. But anyway, speaking of Halo 4 and Scarabs, um, I would like to see in Halo 5 um, drivable Scarabs. Yes, I think it can be done. Um, and I obviously want to see large scale battles everywhere, larger battles on the battlefield um, in Halo, because we have the Xbox One now, and odds are this is an Xbox One exclusive. So it's not coming to the 360. Obviously, Halo is really the one of the first games to really make the jump. And really just cater to the next gen. They did that with the 360. Really good selling point. Makes a lot of sense. And who knows, we may see a price drop by the time Halo 5 comes out for the Xbox One. We're already seeing kind of a price drop with the Titanfall Xbox One bundle, because you're getting Titanfall for free in that bundle. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Titanfall. We're here to talk about Halo. So right there, I'm grabbing the skull that is in the game. That I've actually found all these skulls. I think one of the last skulls is one of the hardest to get, which is, well, it's not really hard to get, but it's a pain in the butt to get because you have to jump through these rings accordingly, and then you eventually get all the skulls and get the katana armor and all that stuff, Hayabusa and all that stuff. But anyway, with the Xbox One, you can obviously up the graphics. That's obvious. Dynamic lighting, I would hope they put that in there, because dynamic lighting, man, is great. It's obviously, a thing on the PC already. But with these next gen consoles, technically current gen, I did that debacle in my last video. But with these consoles, like, you can do so much more. And honestly, the only complaint people are having now with the next gen systems, particularly the Xbox One, is the resolution, which needs to stop and go away. It's really not that big of a deal. Not that, it's not a huge deal. Yes, we should expect 1080p games, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. I've seen games run at 720 and look fine. But anyway, I digress again. Um, so I obviously want to see more dual wielding weapons, more uh, ways to make the game better. Large scale battles, just epic. And what better way to do that than add scarabs that are drivable to the mix? Um, and what else can we add? Space battles in Halo 5 would be great. Also, excuse me, my throat is a little dry. Um, Space battles for the multiplayer and campaign. We kind of got a little bit of that in Reach, and we got a little bit of that in Halo 4 with the Saber. And that would be great to integrate into the multiplayer and into the campaign. Um, and touching on why I want Halo 2 Anniversary to happen, that I talked about in my last video, for those that don't know. If you want to watch that video, you can go ahead and I'll put the link in the description down below for you guys. So, as we all know, Halo generally has a 3-year dev cycle, which means development cycle. Okay, 3-year dev cycle for Halo games, typically. Okay, so if they give us Halo 2 Anniversary this year, because they'll be announcing Halo news, apparently big news, for Halo at E3. So what I want to see is, really, I want to see Halo 2 Anniversary happen this year. Makes sense. It's coming out, the anniversary is coming out this year. So why not give us Halo 2 Anniversary with that, and push back Halo 5, make Halo 5 better. And here's why. Here's why I want Halo 5 to be pushed back. Halo is known for both the multiplayer and the campaign. Now, regardless of what you guys think of Halo 4's campaign, I liked it. I thought it was a good campaign. But anyway, and you could look at other games like Battlefield. Battlefield's known for the multiplayer only. The campaigns suck, generally. I would say the same really for Medal of Honor. But, that's not as popular as Battlefield. Another example is the new Tomb Raider game had a multiplayer, but the campaign was just really good, and that's really all they needed. My throat's dry. That's really all they needed for the game anyway. Just the campaign, and it would have been great by itself. But Halo is a fine balance between a decent enough campaign. Like, I really don't think I've had a dislikable campaign ever, really. Like, yeah, there was Reach. I don't really like Reach all that much after playing it for a while. It just got It just got old, especially on Legendary. Like, I don't know. I guess it was the fact that they kind of went backwards with it as far as the health system goes, and I didn't get it. It was more like playing Halo 1, but worse than Halo 1, because Halo 1, yeah, it was hard because of the health system, and but Halo Reach just made it like weird, and it just made the game harder, and I didn't like that. The campaign was good. It wasn't entirely displeasing in any way. But I got rid of it. I sold it. Mainly because, one, I didn't like the armor abilities in Reach. I thought the sprint ability was good, but it was just too short, and you would have to stop and go again. Which is why they brought it in Halo 4 as a always, you know, on thing. Like, you would always be able to sprint regardless. And with the perk, I say perk because that's what I refer it to. So any Call of Duty fans, don't hate me. And if there's any Call of Duty fans in here, well, why are you here? You don't like Halo, do you? I'm just kidding. So anyway, like, I didn't like the armor abilities as much. I didn't like armor lock, to say the least. I thought that was the worst idea ever. It was good in campaign, it worked in campaign, but honestly, it was just kind of annoying. Jetpacks are still kind of annoying to me. Just because I don't like, trying to shoot somebody that's up in the air constantly and just like using rockets and stuff to just blow people up. And for me, it's hard to use anyway. But I'm moving on. So yeah, Halo is being revealed at E3 sometime, and I'm hoping that it's going to be Halo 2 Anniversary. If it's not, I will be somewhat surprised. Because in my last video, there was so many clues, but then again, so many things. Well, not so many things, but one thing that really threw me off. Again, you guys can watch that in the description down below. So, okay, let's recap really quick. Okay, what I want in the Halo 5. Dual wielding, SMGs back, bigger battles, in particular, drivable scarab, space battles, and multiplayer and campaign. I don't know if drivable scarabs would be a good idea in multiplayer because people would complain. Maybe for like a specific game type. But if there's any ideas that you guys have for Halo 5, please leave comments down below and let me know. And that'd be awesome. I like to read them. And obviously, a better story than Halo 4. Halo 4 had a good story, don't get me wrong. But they left, like, I felt like kind of a hole as to developing the Didact as a character. They built him up so much up to the release that you didn't really know much about the Didact. Other than the terminals that you get in the game, in the books that are released. Which I believe is the Forerunner trilogy. But some other things I want to see in Halo 5 is obviously bigger multiplayer maps, bigger campaign, and what I mean by that is somewhat longer than Halo 4. Like, I'd like a solid 8-hour campaign. That's all I gotta say about that. But as we're coming to a close here, what do you guys want to see at E3? Do you want to see Halo 2 Anniversary and see Halo 5 get pushed back? Because I know I do. Or are you completely fine with Halo 5 coming out and maybe Halo 2 Anniversary coming out later? I don't know how that would make sense, but I guess they could do that. And what was your favorite Halo? Leave that down in the comment section down below. But the video is now over, so God bless and have a good rest of the day. Thanks.